Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I'm coming at you guys with finally a wholesome DB video here. We got two guys on tier. Me, personally, I'm still playing the cash tier build of tier elements in this video right here. So Mans drew Double Scream, Planet, Havness, and Merly. I drew Keldo, Havness, Rhino, Mudora, and Imperm. So let's just get right into the game, bro. This is a wholesome game. And it's a good one, I think. So, and there's a lot to learn, I think, in this game right here. So he goes Planet, adds Sheeran, and that's fine. Then he activates Scream, then he goes Sheeran effect, Sheeran, pitch Murley, mill three, mills a Murley, Mudora, and an Agito. Excuse me. He doesn't know I'm on tier, so he's going to mill five. So he goes Murley one, Scream two, Agito three. So we both mill five. He hits a couple more names, and I hit basically nothing except for Havness right there. Wait, did I hit a shuffler? I did hit a shuffler actually. So I did hit a shuffler. So he now resolves Scream, which he actually already did. So he milled more than me. And then he resolves Murley, puts back Havness and Murley into Kit. So I think on chain links, I say no problem. Big ass chain. Ha ha ha. We're having fun. GG's. We're cool guys, bro. We're cool guys. We're being cool, bro. It always seems to be the Flounder boys with the problem. But so I go chain link 4. So it goes Kit 1, Rhino 2 to bring itself out, Planet 3, Target Scream to pop. I go Imperm, Chainlink 4, and then I go Chainlink 5, Keldo to put back Rhino and his shufflers, because you always got to get the shufflers out of there. And I just woke up, by the way, guys, so forgive me if I'm looking a little crazy and sounding a little crazy. I mean, your boy just woke up. So he had Solik off of the Scream that he popped right there. So he links those two away into Dark. Is going after my Havness engrave, so he targets Havness, I think, and then I chain my own Havness to that. So at this point, he's used two name? No, only one name. So I mill five and a shuffler and Murley, and then he takes my Havness right here. Okay. Um, and then I go Murley effect, and he gives me the thumbs up. And then from here, I just make Kit Kalos, and then I end up making Rue Kalos. I go Kit Kalos, and then he chains his Havness, and he hits a Havness. Then I send Sheeran, and then he just chain link one Havness. So he actually did. He actually didn't use Havness yet, so that's my bad. But I have another shuffler engraved, so I'm pretty much gonna end his turn right here. Your Havness, Kit, and Sheeran. I put back my Sheeran and my Kit for Rukalos here, and then he links into Elf, sets, activates Scream, and passes. And then main phase okay. He says main phase is cool. And then I go Keldo, Pitch Mudora, crazy good combo right there. And then here we add Kelbeck to hand, and then he goes Scream on res. And I say that's fine. So he mills nothing but a Rhino. And then I say think, and then I go Kelbeck, target the elf right there. He chains the elf to target the Murley engrave, and I say and I chain my shuffler to get rid of that Murley engrave. So now it's looking like Murley orange. I just want him to draw bad and mill bad. And then Planet pop the Kelbeck right there. So I can't make a rank 4 play. So then I just force battle and force him to use his Sulik right here. And then that's what he does is uses Sulik on my Rukalos. And then tries to activate Havness Engrave. And then I banish the shuffler off field because I had two shufflers ready to go. And then I shuffle it back. He's already used his planet pop, so I just put back all of his tiers and attack directly. Main phase 2, normal summon out Rhino Heart, and that's GG's. So on to the next game here. Uh, Soon you guys will see the misplay. So we're hopping into this next game. So let's put he opens up with Terraforming, Imperm, Rhino, Teldo, and Prime. So two taps for him. I also open Crime, Rhino, Super Poly, Havness, and Planet. So this is a good hand for me going second. Um, Except for the Crime, obviously. But Havness and Super Poly is good going second. So he's gonna go ahead and activate Sheeran. Sheeran, ditch the Keldo, and mill 3. He hits a Havness, activates Havness right there. He has two Keldos engraved. So he has two Shufflers engraved, hits Havness, fusion summons into a hit right here. And something that I've seen people be doing recently is Scream, or they'll go Kalos chain link 1, and then they'll go planet chain link 2 to pop the kit. And that just plays around imperm. So that's just something that's just like a cool interaction you can do to dodge imperm if you want to plan it, pop your kit just to make sure that your kit resolves. And he says just kit, so I go just Havness for me, and then I'll mill a Sulik, Scream, and a Mudora, which is pretty good. Sadly, I have the other trap in my hand, so it's just going to be Sulik for me off of this. So he adds Sulik, he has both traps in hand. And then I say just Sulik, and then he uses one of his shufflers, and then he wants to put back my Sulik and my Mudora, so I'll chain my Mudora, which is I'll put everything back in his grave, get rid of his shuffler that he has, and also just make his mills worse. So when he goes to mill 5, just a little bit worse. Hopefully mills Terra, Field Spell, something like that. And then I add the Havness off of the Sulik right there. So he's gonna normal summon Rhino, dump Merly, and then tag out into Merly. So itself, Murley. So he's gonna mill 8 now. Let's just put it on play. He's milling 8. He hits 2 names. So he goes Sharon effect. I say that's good. He puts back both of those for Mud, overlays into Dweller, sets 3 back row, and passes to me. And I draw Super Poly for turn. I say think with Prio, but he played around Super Poly, so I cannot Super Poly his board. I could Super Poly these two, but nah, nah. Main phase, I'll go Planet and just add Sheeran. And then I'm under Dweller right now, so I'll just go to Battle phase. So Battle phase we go to. Sadly, I don't have another shuffler. Um, He's going to activate Silik on the Havness, send the Murley effect. Um, he's gonna put those two back for Ru Kalos, and then Ru Kalos is going to our planet's going to try and pop my Sharon. I'm thinking right here I can super poly him, so that's what I do. Even though I don't know if that was the right move, but I'm under Dweller. I can't really do anything too much, so yeah, I pretty much just lose this game. I really can't beat this, to be honest. Um, Chain, Mud, Dark, I don't think it matters. And then I go to end phase, fast forward. He just goes battle, attacks over this, so that my crime is dead. If I had crime live, I still could have used it, but he just went to battle, cleared it, and then there's nothing I can really do. Uh, he just starts going off, pops his own thing, searches for Rhino. I go Havness. He goes crime, shuffles back. GG's, brother, GG's. So this last game right here is where I start misplaying like a mother sucker right here. So I'm going first. We'll start off with Scream. Rhino 1, Scream 2. Then, by the way, Peepa's hand. Druid Worm, Hellbeck, Orange, Sheeran, and Imperm going second. It's crazy. So I mill 3. So I basically mill every name. So I'll send the last name right here. Send the last name. And I'll do Havness and Sheeran. So I only use the 2. Put back. For the big bird here, the big bird Colossalus. And then we link into, or we fusion into Kit with those two. And then he imperms the Kit, which is tough, bro. It's actually tough. It's just tough in the situation, bro. Like really, really, really tough in the situation. And then I link those two off into dark and then get a draw. I feel like that was my best play. I need a card in hand for crime. I still have a bestial, so and then I drew into the trap, which is what I was gonna search anyway, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I pretty much throw this game right here. You guys will see. Make sure to not make this misplay right here. I absolutely throw this game. So he goes Sheeran effect, discard Kelbeck, Mills, a Shuffler, and a Sheeran. And yeah, so we'll see what he wants to do. So those are pretty good mills. He says big think to Kelbeck or not to Kelbeck. I don't have any shufflers in grave right now. All I have is this Bestial. And then tis the question, just Sheeran. And then I'll do Scream 2 and then Think. So he goes Sheeran, just Sheeran, and then I'll do Scream 2, then Think. And then I Bestial the Sheeran, hoping that he doesn't have another way to fuse. And then he goes Orange Light on my Druid Worm, which is insane. And then I crime that and I don't send the Murley from hand to grave here. So that does get hit with crime. So that brings out, I mill 3. I completely miss except for hit a shuffler, which is clutch. So then he goes Kelbeck effect on a new chain to both mill 5. And then chain link 2 the shufflers to get rid of my shuffler in grave here, which is a good play by him. That is a good play. And I don't chain it because in case we mill it off this mill 5, I want to still be able to use it. So he mills, he hits a name. keep going, keep going. But I also hit a shuffler, so I'm lit, and I also hit names myself. So he goes Murley 1, Agito 2. We're milling 10 here. So he's used Murley and he's used Sheeran so far. So all he has left is Tabness, and then I'll do Murley 3. Anything I ask, he changes his shuffler and he targets my Murley that I'm just about to use, my Rhino, and then I chain my Keldo that he's targeting. I say your Murley, Rhino, and your Kelbeck. So we'll put those all back. Hopefully Mills the Kelbeck again, trying to mess up his Mills. Mills again, completely misses. I hit a Havness, but I think I've already attempted to use a Havness here. So yeah, he hits a Solik, so he goes just Solik. And then I think about this, just Havness for me. So I haven't used Havness yet. And then he hits me with the last Bestial in his hand. So Bestial comes down, and the only one I haven't have left, the only fusion I haven't hit, or only fusion I haven't tried to activate yet is Sheeran, and the only one he hasn't tried to activate is Havness. So right here is where I crucially misplay you guys. He goes normal summon Merly effect. Only thing I have left is Solik, and this was the play I needed to do, was to Solik the Merly and then send the Druid Worm. I end up sending the kit here, which is a definitely mistake because I literally only have one name left to hit, and that's Sheeran. But granted, if I hit the Sheeran, then it's definitely GG's. But me milling a level 6 to give him a Beatrice line is very bad, and that's actually exactly what happens. But the play was to, if I control a Tyranid, I can send any monster. So I should have just sent my Druid Worm, send, and pop his Druid Worm. I would give him a pop, but he can't beat over any of my stuff because Scream, like, there's nothing he can do really. Like, he's just gonna have to pass. So he might make his own dark and crash and search Havness or something like that. But the play was definitely to send the Druid Worm and pop his Druid Worm to not give him this play. But you guys will see what I did. The only one I haven't used is or Sheeran, so there's really no point for me to even like do the mill right here because I send Kit. I end up sending Kit. I negate the mill 3, and I end up sending the Kit, bro, which is just a terrible, terrible play. So that you guys can see it gets extremely bad. A mill mag for him, and then he just goes into dark, takes mag, activates mag, goes into Beatrice. Beatrice, send the last fusion name, fusion into Kaleido Heart, spin back my trap card, and I just lose the game from there. So that was a crucial, crucial misplay on my part, you guys. I could even yeah, I had to send the Druid Worm and pop his Druid Worm. He would be able to pop one of my things, but if he pops Kit, like, okay, lit, I'm milling 5 anyway, and you don't have the level 6 on board. If he pops Dark, like, I'm getting a search, like, I misplayed so bad in this game, and then I just end up losing the game from here. There's nothing I could do. He just takes me out completely. Searched during the end phase off my mag, which is just so bad, bro. I wasn't upset, but I did learn. So I definitely learned in that specific situation right there, you want to cut him off of the Beatrice access at all costs. Like milling there is not going to do anything for me. Like milling there, it literally just helped him. It helped him to the max. Like, yeah, I don't know. I admit defeat, bro. I lost the duel. Don't make this kind of misplay, but I thought this was a good video, a good back and forth duel. Except for me messing up there at the end and giving him that Beatrice line, which ended up winning him the game. Gave him so much advantage. He got to special summon back my Magnuma, and he got a search during the end phase. Made Beatrice, made Kaleido. It got all bad for me. So make sure to think your plays through, bro. Think your plays through. You know exactly what your opponent's playing in your extra deck. So like, don't give him an extra line, bro. Just play it safe. I went for the greedy. Hopefully I hit a Sheeran or something. Like, there's no point to do that, bro. Like, the game state, he just normal summoned. He has no cards in hand. Get rid of his level 6 so he cannot dark take. GG's. Bubble blower.